In this video, we are going to discuss about how to program the single product view page, including the seller's information. So here the seller's information is only the seller's name only here. As for now, we can uh, program. Rest of the seller's details are not available in my single product view page. So here the seller's information means the seller's name only here we can, as for now we can program, because here as for now I have not created the invoice list to see the number of items the relevant seller has sold. So the seller's information means the seller name and number of items he or she sold. So we'll see the program in part of the process part. What are the processes that happen in the single product view? So the process that happens is the main image view. So there's a process happening here, and there are in my design I have allocated 3 images to be displayed in the single product view page. So in my database there are only 2 pictures for the relevant image. So for the rest of the image which are not available in the database, I have given a default image. Now in the database there are only 2 images related to the laptop HP notebook 15. So here I have, for the rest one space, I have allocated the default image. So already we have discussed the single product view page design. So we will discuss the process with the codes. So here for the image process, to load the image, here I have obtained the result set from the database search function. Here using the PHP class only I am accessing the database search function. So connection PHP file. So here this connection PHP file I will show you. So this is my connection PHP file which is connected to the database to get the results from the database, or to insert or update or delete something from the database. So here I have created the function setup connection and set up the connection with the database localhost root, and here the database server password must be mentioned here. For security reasons I am not mentioning my password. Here the relevant database name must be mentioned and the database server port. It can be either 3306, my port is 3306, or 3307. Only those 2 ports are available for database server. And here I have created the static function IUD for the purposes like insert, update, delete. And here I have created the static function search for the purposes like searching or obtaining a result set from the database. So the search function is accessed in the single product view as well as in other pages also. So here now we are talking about the single product view page. So now we will move on to the single product view page. So here in the single product view page, here I have obtain get ID. So here I have get ID. This is the ID of the So this is the product ID sent from the home page to the single product view page. So this is the now here in the home page. Wait, I'll show you. We are sending the ID now. Here in the home page, we are sending the ID bind to the here. We are sending the ID equals product data ID. We are sending the ID to the single product view.php. So here we are getting that ID and assigning it to the $PID variable PID, and here we are here already in the design also I have discussed. Here we are searching all the relevant details of the product table, and check the condition we are checking where the product ID equals the sent ID from the home page to the single product view page. And here obtaining the result set, and we are obtaining the product data from the fetch result sets fetch SO. That means removing one row, removing every row and assigning it to the product data. So here I have already said also, here we have echoed the product data's title. So we have product data's title, HP notebook, the title of the product data, product table's title is echoed here. And here we have obtained the result set. Now we will come to the previous point where we were discussing about the image result set. Here we have assigned the $image result set database search, select all from product image where the product ID equals to the PID. Product ID is equal to the PID. So here we have get the image num and image result set num rows, and here we have created an array called $image list. And here we are fetching all the images from the database using for loop. Here I have assigned $x equals 0 and $x must be lesser than image num. And here for image data I have obtained the image result set and fetch also. That means removed a row and assigned it to the image data. That means remove every row and related row from the image result set and assigning it to the image data variable. And here we are mentioning $image list $x. $x means the $x means 0. As for now it's 0, no? That means 0 equals image data's image path. So its $x starts from 0. That means now if there are 3 images, according to my web application, e-commerce web application, I have only allowed to input or upload 3 images for a product. Now here we have discussed it about in the ad product video. Now you can watch the ad product video to get a clear idea about the things, how it works according to my e-commerce web application. So we have only allowed to upload 3 images now. So here through this $image list we can obtain only 3 images. For example, $image list 0, $image list 2 1 and $image list 2. So only these 3 arrays can be created using the for loop. For loop there can be created 3 arrays according to my e-commerce web application. It may differ according to the certain conditions and certain limitations. So here I have assigned $image data's image path to the image list array. So here displaying the images. Here I have used the for loop and check if $x equals 0 and x must be lesser than 3. That means I have only given the number of images to be uploaded is 3, and I have added x to 1. That means now x is 1. So if x is lesser than image num, then we can, if x is lesser than image num, that means image num, here the image num, the result from here, if the x is result from the image num, then we can display the image. Here I have echoed the image list and here I have given the ID equals, this one will be needed for the change main image. Here I have allocated a space for main image, that means the place where the image is shown in large size. So we will discuss about it later. Now we will focus on loading the images. So if there are images in the database, we can load image src and give it to echo the image list arrays x. Now we can print the x, image list arrays x. Else we can give the default image resources, the default image, that means this image, we can give this default images. That means it will load. Now if there are images, it will first load that images, and for the remaining space it will allocate the default images. Now according to my database for HP notebook 15, there are only 2 images that I have uploaded. So for remaining image, that it has been now here the default image is shown. So that's how the things work there. And here this is where the main image is shown or viewed. So here I have given the ID main image, and here I have echoed the product data's title, and here I have done a small calculation to show the value of the or the price of the product. So here I have given dollar price equals product data's price, and here I have added a 10% to the product data's price, and the new price must be dollar price, that means all price plus new price. Now new price must be all price and new price. Now we must see the difference between the new price and the old price, and the percentage must be the different divided by, that means different price divided by the old price into 100. So here we can obtain the percentage, how much you have how many percent you have saved from this product. Here you can see how much you have saved in this product, and here this is the calculation for the seller. So here now see in the design, here this is the price, this is the actual price, and this is the price after the discount, and you have saved 24,800, the different price, and this is the percentage. So here there is nothing here called as discount, it's just a calculation by the seller. So actually the user who buys a product from the e-commerce web application doesn't obtain a actual discount. It's all a marketing strategy. So as Sri Lankans, they prefer discounts rather than the original price. If there is a small discount even, they will buy. So that's a strategy by the seller or the person who develops this web application. Now the web application is developed according to the seller's requirement now. So this is a strategy by the seller. So here we are echoing the price, the old price, and here we are echoing the new price, and here we are echoing the different and the percentage, and here we are echoing the number of items available. Here product data's quantity is shown using this PHP echo statement, and here we are getting the user result set by database search. Select all from users where email equals product data's user email, and the condition is email must be equal to product data's user email, and user data, and here I have used fetch echo, and for seller here I have print echoed the PHP statement first name. So the relevant seller of this product is shown here using the database result set and echo statement. So here there's another, here we will discuss it later. Here we are now we will discuss the main image process. So here now when I am clicking on the image, so when I am clicking on this certain image, that on function must start, change main image function must start, and here we are sending a parameter passing the value of x. We are passing the value of x, and here ID also we are passing product image. The ID is product image, and here also we are passing the value of x. That means the value of the certain, that means the ID of the certain image. Here we are passing the ID of the certain image. Here also we are passing this ID of the certain image to the JavaScript, change main image. So in the JavaScript, so here in the JavaScript side, the function main image, sorry, the function change main image, sorry. Here the ID sent from the product image, relevant product image ID sent from the HTML side to the JavaScript side through parameter passing is received as ID. So here we are creating the variable var new image and assigning it to the product image plus ID and the relevant src. So here document dot get element by id product image, that means this the id of this one product image plus id, and the id sent here, that means the both id must be equal. So we are verifying it twice, plus id and this src the part, and the next variable is var main image equals document dot get element by id the main image. That means this is where the main image is shown, the view area of the main image. So here we have assigned it an id also, no, in the main image. Here the main image id, the view area of the main image. So that is, here we have get the element of the main image, and here we are assigning main image dot, that means the main image dot style dot background image. So the main image style must be background image of the main image. That means the style must be background image. So that means the new image must be the background image of the main image. So that is the idea of this relevant code line. The new image must be the background image of the main image, that means the here this area. So the new image must be the background image of this relevant design area. So that's how we can see the image. So here we can't see this one because we are sending the product id, no, the product id is received. So we are only we can see the IDs images that are in the database, not the default image. We can see the default image. This is added to make the design look nice. So we can only preview or see in the main area, main image area, the images that are available in the database, because the function works with the ID of the images. So that's how we can see the image in the main area. So now we will move on to the next process, that means the quantity increasing and decreasing process. So here in this design, here we have added a on click function to the quantity increase design. That means here we have included here now on click function, and here also there's on click function for quantity decrease. So for quantity increase we have created a on click function quantity inc, and here we have echoed the product data as quantity. So here we must send the quantity, number of quantity to the JavaScript side with the function parameter parsing. So here we receive the relevant quantity as qty quantity. Here I have created the function quantity increase, and here I have created the variable input and get the element by id quantity input. That means where we input, here we have given the id. Here we have given the id in the input class. Here we have given the id input class where quantity input for the input. Here the id of this field, the id of this field. So quantity input, we have obtained the we have retrieved the input value. That means we are getting the input value. Now here we are checking the using a if statement. Input value is lesser than quantity. If the input value is lesser than quantity, var new value must be passed int. So the value shown here is a string. So we must change it to a integer value. So here I would say var new value equals pass int. That means changing into a input value, I am changing input value into an integer and adding 1, and the input value equals new value. Now the input value equals the new value. So else I have alert you have reached to the maximum, and I have input value equals quantity. That means I am mentioning the quantity, number of quantity within the input field. Now see here. Now here if I increase, now there are 4 items only. and here you have reached to the maximum. Now if I also here type as 5, that's another function, I will discuss it later. Now here if I put 15, insufficient quantity, and here the number of quantity available will be shown in the field. So that's how the code works. Now we will look up at the quantity decrease function. So here in the design, here we have mentioned the quantity decrease function when the on click related to the relevant. Here now on click related to the this relevant button, I have mentioned the quantity decrease, and here I have not passed anything. Here quantity decrease. So here we don't need the quantity because here quantity is not needed because we are decreasing now. So with the decreasing value will be within the range of the available quantity. So quantity is not needed. So here the function quantity decrease, I have obtained the document quantity input, and here I have checked if input value is greater than 1. The input value must be greater than 1. Var new value equals, here also I am changing the input value into the integer -1. Here I am decreasing because it must decrease. Quantity decrease means decrease. Increase means increase. +1, here -1. And input value equals new value. Else alert you have reached to the minimum. And input value equals 1. Here I am printing input value as 1. Here I am printing the I am assigning the input value equals quantity. Here I am assigning the input value equals 1. Not printing, sorry. So that's how the quantity decrease works. Now we will see. Now here if I here you have reached to the minimum. So the 1 is mentioned here. Now here also here you have reached to the minimum. You have reached to the minimum. After 1 you can go below 1. Only 1 is the minimum and 4 is the maximum. And we will see the next function. Here I have added a on key up to the input value field. The input field here I have used the on key up. On key up means when we press and release a button. When we release the button, this on key up function will work. So on key up will work when we release the button. On click will work when we click on something. On key up will work when we release the button. So here I have within the on key up I have created a function check value, and here I have PHP within the PHP statement. Within the PHP statement, here I have echoed the product data as quantity, and here that means I have echoed the product data as quantity. So here that means send the quantity to the JavaScript side. Here now here function check value, I have received the number of quantity as quantity. Here I have obtained the input fields ID as input, and here I am checking the input value must be lesser than 1. If input value is lesser than 1, alert you must add 1 no more. So if input value is lesser than 1, then that means there is no product, no. If nothing, if the input fields, now here see, sorry, here if the input field is empty, then you must add 1 no more, and 1 will appear here because I have assigned 1. And else if input value is greater than quantity, insufficient quantity, and assign the quantity. Here now here if the input now see if the input value is 11, insufficient quantity, and quantity will be displayed here. So that's how the check value function works, and that's all for the single product view process. And here there's one more. Here I will discuss it later in the watch list video. I will discuss it. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.